The day my world collapsed. My name is Ethan, and what I'm about to share with you is not just a story. It's a scar etched into my soul. I never imagined I'd find myself broken like this, left reeling from the kind of betrayal that steals your breath, your trust, and the man you used to be. You see, there is a particular kind of humiliation that no man ever truly recovers from. Watching another man in the most intimate act with your wife doesn't just hurt, destroys you. It cracks open your chest and scoops out everything you believed about love, loyalty, and safety. But what made this even more unbearable was that it wasn't just any man. It was my best friend. And it happened in our bedroom. The place that used to be my sanctuary. I met Caroline 3.5 years ago. Ours wasn't some accidental brush in a coffee shop or a swipe-right fairy tale. It was carefully arranged by my mother. She has this subtle talent for orchestrating life's major moments without seeming pushy. She invited Caroline over one weekend when I was visiting, and at first it just seemed casual. Two strangers talking. But about 10 minutes into our conversation, I realized this wasn't a random meetup. It was deliberate. And I'll be honest, I laughed. My mother had always wanted to see me settled, and clearly, she saw something in Caroline. And maybe she was right. Caroline and I clicked. We kept in touch. At the time, I was a consultant with a major firm, traveling constantly, city to city, barely putting down roots. My job was demanding, but Caroline never flinched. When I told her about my schedule, she just smiled and said, "Your mom already filled me in." That should have felt strange, but it didn't. It felt like she understood me before we'd even begun. We dated. We grew close. I introduced her to my circle, including my best friend Dylan, a guy I'd known since college. Caroline charmed everyone, and within a year I proposed. He said yes. The first 3 years were good. More than good, actually. When I was home, I poured myself into her. I showered her with gifts, expensive dinners, weekends away. Anything to make up for my absence. She'd brag about it to her friends when she thought I wasn't listening. But then, around the 4th year, everything began to shift. I was assigned a high-stakes project that required even more travel than usual. I barely had time to breathe, let alone come home. I knew I was drifting from Caroline, but I kept telling myself it was temporary. When I did finally come back, determined to make things right, I noticed something was off. She was different, distant, uninterested. And then, during a minor argument one evening, she jokingly asked, "So, when do you leave again?" She said it with a smirk, but it landed like a knife. That was the moment I knew something deeper was wrong. It happened late one night. I'd been working in my home office, my back aching, my head throbbing. I went to our bedroom. Caroline was asleep, or at least pretending to be. Her phone lay glowing beside her. I reached to turn off the screen, and then I saw it. Thumbnail. Tapped it. And there it was. A picture of Caroline in our bed. Next to Dylan. Her head on the pillow. His grin wide and smug. Underneath it a message. "Can't wait to hold you again." My hands were trembling. My stomach turned. I scrolled. More pictures. More messages. Then I opened the photo gallery. That's when the bottom fell out of my world. Videos. Together. In my bed. Laughing. Whispering. Touching. Everything I had built shattered in seconds. I didn't scream. I didn't lash out. I was too numb. I transferred the files to my phone, then put hers back exactly where I found it. I lay in bed next to her and pretended to sleep. The next morning, she brewed coffee like nothing had happened. Smiling. Chatting. I couldn't stand it. So I asked her casually at first, "What do you usually do when I'm gone?" She rattled off a list. Shopping, yoga, catching up with friends. And then I looked her in the eye and said, "Does that include sleeping with my best friend?" Her smile dropped. Silence. Then, "What are you talking about? Unlock your phone." "No. You don't get to say no." She folded her arms. "You don't have the right to." So I showed her. The video. Evidence. All of it. She stared at the screen. No apology. No breakdown. Just, "Where did you get this?" That's what stunned me most. Not the affair but the coldness. The audacity. I said nothing else except, "If you're still here when I get back in a few days, I promise those videos will be played on every screen in this house." I walked out and called my lawyer. I told him everything. The betrayal. Evidence. The devastation. We were in North Carolina, where you can still file for alienation of affection. That meant I could legally sue Dylan for destroying my marriage. And that's exactly what I did. Caroline begged me not to go through with it. "Let's keep this private," she said. Well, I wouldn't save her from the consequences of what they did. Dylan wasn't just some stranger. He was like a brother to me. He knew what Caroline meant to me. And still he crossed every line. This wasn't about revenge. This was about dignity. About standing up for the version of myself I had buried under compromise and hope. When my mother found out, she didn't get angry, she cried. "I'm sorry, Ethan. I thought she was the one," she kept saying over and over. She blamed herself. I told her not to, but truthfully, her pain only deepened mine. This wasn't just my heartbreak. It rippled through everyone who loved me. Everyone who thought we had something solid. Let me leave you with this. 1. Trust is earned, not gifted. Blind faith can be deadly. Always listen to the pattern, not the promises. 2. Love is not a reason to ignore red flags. Sometimes the heart wants peace so badly, it convinces the mind to stay silent. Don't let that happen. 3. Trust your instincts. That quiet, gnawing feeling. It's rarely wrong. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to see it. But truth doesn't care about your comfort. It comes crashing through your perfect world with a sledgehammer when you least expect it. I lost 2 people that day. A wife and a best friend. But in their place I found clarity. And now I'm fighting to rebuild something they never had. Asterisk, asterisk, honesty, asterisk, asterisk. If you ever feel like something's wrong, asterisk, don't ignore it, star. You'll thank yourself later.